Okay. So I will be speaking on uveit cataract, and this is a video-based presentation. And as you know, uveit cataract is a common complication of uveitis. What is important is uveit diagnosis of uveitis, pre-existing structural damage, and then the management, perioperative management, and then the surgical technique, and there is also important, it is also important to manage the post-operative complications. In the pre-operative evaluation, it is most important to establish the specific diagnosis, and then once any patient of uveitis develop cataract, it is important to control inflammation, and I should be quiet at least for 3 months. And then it is important to assess visual potential. In the pre-operative consideration, most important remains control of inflammation, and then we also think that which type of IOL we should implant. And as Dr. Mohit said, that it is important that how we manage cyclic membrane, and whether to give perioperative steroid or not. Then in the operative period, a most important issue remains dilatation of the pupil, and then it is extremely important that we should implant the IOL in the capsular bag. And postoperatively, we must monitor a patient for post-operative complication, whether it is a intraocular pressure, inflammation, or cystoid macular edema. In the surgical challenges, small people remains a challenge. We do, and there may be a lot of posterior synecholysis is done. Then we use several type of hooks and rings, such as Malaysian ring, or even some people do stretching, but it is better to either put ring or apply the hooks. Operatively, IOL implantation in the bag is utmost important, and whether to implant intravitreal dexamethasone or not, that is also one of the issue. This is one of the patient, 45-year-old patient with recent recurrent anterior uveitis, where we have done ND-YAG laser synecholysis. So this is one of the options for dilatation of people, and ultimately in this case, cataract surgery with IOL implantation was done. And this is our video, that how we place here we have done injection of DEX implant into vitreous cavity, and this is how we do synecholysis. This people is too small. This is just first we attempted synecholysis, and then this is the Malaysian ring, implantation of Malaysian ring, so that we can achieve adequate dilatation of the pupil. And most of the time, whether you put a Malaysian ring or Bhattacharjee ring, we can achieve adequate dilatation of the pupil. Then surgery may not be difficult. Most of the time, it may be soft cataract, as in this case, and you remove the nucleus, and you remove the cortex, and there should be no cortex left in the capsular bag. After that you implant the IOL. It is important to implant the IOL into capsular bag. Here it is a 3-piece hydrophobic acrylic IOL, but nowadays, or most of the time, we may even put single piece IOL. Ultimately, it does not make a difference whether you put 3-piece IOL or single piece IOL once it is in the capsular bag. And then this is removal of the viscoelastic from the anterior chamber, and closure of the section by hydration. And this is just a operative picture, and we go to the, this is the next video where we have done at least 5 of the procedure. This is a 25-year-old woman. Here we injected Azuredex. It is injected 3.5 to 4 millimeter from the limbus. And here, because this marking you can see, because here we will be implanting the toric IOL. We have used Callisto. Here we did synecholysis. This is a different type of ring, which is known as eye ring. So this eye ring is inserted, and we could achieve very nice dilatation of the pupil. And then this is after Rex's hydrodissection, and it is a soft cataract. Patient is young patient. Then removal of the nucleus and cortex from the capsular bag. And whatever rest of the cortical cataract, that is removed from the capsular bag. And this is almost, we have removed the cortex from the capsular bag. This is after complete removal of the cortex. Then it is intraoperative aura, that how much IOL power we have to implant. This is in addition to IOL, the biometry which we do. And here we can align at the accurate place this placement of the IOL. And then we remove this eye ring. And then we remove the viscoelastic substance, and even from behind the IOL we remove. And then it was seen whether whatever our implantation was done. So here it shows that no rotation required of the IOL. This is the post-operative picture. And these are some of the study showing that intravitreal dexamethasone implant is required in several of the patients where there is a chronic uveitis. And these are the cataract patient. They improve their vision, and there may be some of the post-operative complications such as CME, PCO, and glaucoma, which we have to monitor in the post-operative period. Risk factor for IOL intolerance is JIA, pars planitis, chronic diseases resistant to remission. Best outcome is achieved in Fuchs heterochromic uveitis, which even we are not discussing. And our studies have shown that we achieve excellent outcome in these cases. Whereas there are several factors limiting the visual outcome, that is glaucoma, hypotony, pupillary membranes, and cystoid macular edema. We have to monitor the patient for these complications in the post-operative period. So in short, we can say phacoemulsification within the bag implantation of IOL is the procedure of choice for a patient with well-controlled uveitis. Pre-operative and post-operative control of inflammation is extremely crucial. Meticulous surgical technique is utmost important. I believe that we have to follow up these patients for long time, because there may be recurrence or there may be several of the post-operative issues. Thank you very much.